Panthers, DeAndre Abram, they've talked about him on our pregame show. T. John Lucas, the transfer from Illinois, everything centers around him. He missed his last game. Darius Roy, C.J. Wilburn, the freshman, and Amir Allen, their big guy. Of course, for Bill Self, the Hall of Famer, closing in on 500 wins at Kansas and 700 wins in his illustrious Hall of Fame career. And you saw his starting five. And again, they've been going a lot with the two bigs to start, and then more often than not going with a four-guard lineup.
Yeah, primarily going to play the four-guard lineup, but I like going with the two bigs. It makes the other team have to adjust to it, figure out how to stop it. If they can't stop it, keep going at it.
Jayhawks in those historic uniforms tonight. No names on the back. And, of course, the opening tip goes to Udoka Azubuike and the Jayhawks. Devon Dotson back to McCormick. Looking inside, trying to get that ball to Doak. Now a three-pointer. Right on target, a little bit short. Dobson comes in for the rebound, and he is fouled on the play by Darius Roy.
I'm not so sure that really wasn't a play to get Dotson a three, get him going a little bit. They had him on this single side down over here. Everybody worried about Doak on the other side, like you said. Kansas looking at him, but really a nice open shot for Devon there to get going, because, these guys have got to be able to knock down threes, I think, for this team to get as far as they want to be. You know you've got the inside presence. Oh, good look over the top.
Pretty good hands by Doak to save that one. And a three from the wing by Agbaji, who remains hot.
4-6 from the three, but probably the number that I didn't give you that he was best at was on the glass. Had 12 rebounds in that game. Surprisingly, his first double-double of his career, which for him is athletic. I think that's the type of guy he can be. He can do a lot of things for you.
That's Lucas. He likes to probe a lot. They dish in the wing. Long rebound. Who's got it? Oh, boy. McCormick goes slamming into the table. And then he gets the rebound. You talk about hustle. He's a little bit banged up after the play. Agbaji, another three. Yes, sir!
That's awesome. Hitting 2 threes to go, but last time down on defense, he boxed and then watched. Didn't go get the rebound. He's got to get active and try to get on the glass as well. Nice.
Stolen away. That was created out top, though, wasn't it, Chris?
Yeah, and the help coming as well. So much pressure. Pat Baldwin going to call a timeout, trying to settle his guys down a little bit.
Asking Chris Tyson, the sports information director, about steals. I said, it just seems to me that there's more steals per game this year, and you saw that last graphic, and they're right up there with some of the best defensive teams that Bill Self has had.
Yeah, steals always aren't an indicator of great defense, but it really is an indicator of the pressure of this team. 48 steals on those three guards. Make it 49.
Agbaji created a bad shot by Roy. Dotson back to Agbaji, another three. Can't miss.
Yeah, I love the recognition by Dotson there, Dave. Attacking the basket, sees he's got 4 defenders underneath, and he knew that Ochai was behind him.
Fadeaway jumper, no good. Who's got the rebound? Doak said, that one's mine. Dotson flying down the court. That three way off target by Garrett, but Doak keeps it alive. And then Ochai thought Dotson was going one way, and a foul here on Garrett.
We talk about all the great things. Ochai. The thing that he has got to tighten up is passing. He's not a great passer. In transition, he's really struggled with the ball in his hands. Bill Self's talked about he just needs to go and finish it, but there's a situation there. He just kind of threw that one up.
Coach Self talks a lot of time. Just make the simple play.
Yeah.
You don't have to make a special play. Just make a simple play.
Well, I don't want to use the word lazy because a lot of times people use it in a bad connotation. But that was a lazy pass.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, just you go get it. This Milwaukee team has struggled to shoot the ball this season, 42% from the floor. And you know, a lot of times that's not an indicator to me that they can't shoot. It's an indicator to me of what shots that they're taking. So far, you see them struggling against this Kansas defense, getting a good look at the basket.
Abram at the line He wasn't good coming into this free throw situation. Just 4 of 11 on the year. He hit his first one. Transfer from George Mason. And the second one off, no good. 11-1 start for the Jayhawks.
Actually, a fairly long, athletic team that Milwaukee's got on the floor right now.
Best field goal percentage in the nation, almost 81%.
And it's all about position. Harris Henderson, 6'10 junior, had both arms in Doak's back, and he still couldn't keep him out of the lane. Caught the ball with 2 feet inside the blue. He's going to score that.
Roy, way off. He's going to hear air ball for a while when he touches it from now on. McCormick. Got away with a shove a little bit, but man, that's powerful.
Well, Kansas has got great balance right now, don't they? Both inside and outside. Another good pass over the top. You got to pick your poison, and that time Milwaukee not doubling McCormick inside.
Do you read facial expressions? I do right now on Milwaukee, and they look scared.
Well, it's kind of the facial expression we see quite a bit here. It's a tough place to play.
Abaji, another 3. That one's short. He kind of short-armed that one.
Starts thinking about it. Hey, I made 3 in a row. What's his next one? You know,
look at that hustle by Garrett.
So good.
Well, I missed his last couple of points, but already 3 assists. Abaji with 3 threes in the game. And the big fellas are chipping in, too. McCormick's got a couple, so does Doak. And they have held Milwaukee to an 0-for-6 start from the field.
Yeah, and I love the balance of the scoring right now for Kansas. 6 of 9, and they've got 5 assists on those 6 buckets.
Abram, the switch out top. Doak guarding the perimeter. You know, it's not just that they're 0-for-7, but they're bad 0-for-7.
I mean, trying to make something happen. Kansas just didn't allow him that look.
Wow. McCormick from the short corner.
You know, I love that. It's a rhythm shot for him there. I mean, he caught it, feet ready, shot ready on the catch. It's a good-looking shot.
Now that leaves a wide-open Henderson, and he hits a 3.
Yeah. Little pick and pop there. He's 0-for-7 on the season coming in before that, so Kansas is going to give up something there, maybe a little bit too wide open.
Garrett behind the back. Now Dobson. Long 3. Well, he's less than 30% on the year. Maybe that's the one that kind of gets him going a little bit. Jayhawks, by the way, are now 4-for-7 from 3-point range in the game.
Backwards of how they started against Colorado. Couldn't make one in the first half, and then we're on fire in the second half. Tough shot again. Good rebound. Good job by Doak moving his feet, cutting off that baseline, and then not fouling.
Look at Dotson weaving around through traffic, and McCormick keeping it alive. And Abaji back out to Doak. Another 3 by Dotson. Good ball movement.
Oh, it's a great save by Doak, and again, it put something there when it came down and out, but he's going to come right back out. When you made your last 2 threes, you're not hurt.
You're not hurt. You're fine.
No.
Boy, they have just put it to the Panthers. 23-4 to start this game. And the difference in the field goal percentage, look at that.
Well, I'm not sure, other than the shot that Harrison shot, that was Milwaukee's only good shot that they've had. None so far.
Unguarded. They got a trap. Good job to get out of the trap. And a floater is good. That was a good play by Darius Roy.
Yeah, and Bill Self was telling guys that was his fault there because he was telling Doak to get back to his man, and Dotson was down on the screen that time, pushing him to Doak.
Double coming, Doak looking opposite, and loses the handle and then a trip.
Talk about things you're not supposed to do if you're Doak. You see, now he got a little out of control. He had an assist earlier, a nice little pass. He thinks he's going to do a little more dribbling, but not a good idea. Milwaukee's got to get that man, T. John Lucas, going. Transfer from Illinois.
Silvio De Sousa, you saw him check in. So too Isaiah Moss.
De Sousa is actually guarding Lucas. So it's twice now Kansas has struggled in that. They're sending the screen away from the ball screen. Doak is trying to help there, and then when he tries to get back to his man, watch him. He's leaving now. Yeah. Ochai doesn't realize it, that he's got to get back down and cover the baseline. I like that. Kansas is doing more of that, where when the ball screen comes, instead of fighting through the ball screen in the direction that the ball handler wants to go, you make him go away from the ball screen. They call it down in the screen, and Kansas has been doing more of that this year. Haven't really done it in the past. Pick your spots where you want to send them away from what the offense wants to do, and that last couple times Kansas not rotating out of that just the way they need to.
Let's talk about this lineup out there right now with De Sousa really the 5.
Yeah, and they've done a lot of this with when they go 4 guards, Silvio being the big man inside or Doak.
De Sousa kept that one alive. Dotson drives in. Wow, nice. He got that half step on Josh Thomas.
You know, and he's surprisingly, I don't know right word out, tough, but I mean, he doesn't get knocked off pace is what I'm talking about. He doesn't, you know, he's a little guy, but he's still strong enough to take the contact and get through.
Better ball movement now by Milwaukee, and Roy gets an open look.
And that's the key, is you've got to get movement against this Kansas pressure. Take the shot that you're capable of shooting.
Moss doesn't get it to go. Good hustle by Ochai Agbaji on the rebound, and a whistle and a foul. And this one on Milwaukee.
Just the pursuit by Ochai getting on the offensive glass is great. But watch Dotson as he's driving in here. He's going to get a good body here, the hit there, and he's still able to get through. You know, we talk about his speed all the time, but I think his strength as well as he goes to the basket. Better job by Milwaukee now defensively.
Another 3 by Dotson.
As I say that, T-John Lucas gets hung up on that ball screen, and no show by the big man. Good job by Dotson, using the screen, then coming back off it again.
Lucas, nice fake. De Sousa's there to grab the rebound off the miss. Good ball fake by Agbaji. Anaruna wide open underneath, and that was a good pass that time.
It was a good pass. It was good vision to see him, and it was even better job by Anaruna cutting to the basket when he saw his man turn his head and go to help on Agbaji.
Looking forward to watching Anaruna progress. That should be over and back. It is. So we got a timeout, and watch Anaruna go to work inside.
Communication on Kansas defensively when they subbed and went to the bench, but a couple assists from Milwaukee, so they kind of weathered that storm a little bit. They still got a long way to go here, but how about Dotson's start? 13 points for him, and then Agbaji with 9. The zone by Milwaukee out of the timeout.
Christian Brown out there now, De Sousa. Brown out to Garrett.
All ready to shoot.
Isaiah Moss. Feet set. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
Such a difference in scores when they catch the ball shot ready. Always catch to shoot.
Milwaukee will throw a lot of guys at you. I mean, they've got a deep lineup, don't they?
10 different guys averaging over 10 minutes. Got to get ball movement against the Kansas defense. Dribble just does not work.
De Sousa gathers that rebound. De Sousa aggressive at the hoop, and he'll go to the line.
Nice move by Silvio De Sousa as he caught that. A lot of talk about what's wrong with Silvio De Sousa. Well, he sat out over a year. I mean, he's a little rusty, and he's trying to get his game back. You know, one of the things as I watch him offensively that he needs to learn and watch Doak, is where Doak catches the ball. Azubuike always catches the ball in the paint. Silvio De Sousa, he generally leaves. He'll give up his post position to come out and catch it. He catches 2 or 3 feet outside the lane. Now he's got to make a move to the basket. It's a lot tougher to score. I always loved Danny Manning's comment was catch before you score, or score before you catch, and that always meant talking about position, where you catch the ball.
And Aruna, by the way, got tied up with Courtney Brown on the rebound, and the ultimate possession gives the ball to the Panthers.
It was actually the first free throws of the game, wasn't it? No, Milwaukee had a couple early. Other than that, Kansas first time at the line. They scored 30-some points without being at the line yet.
It's pretty efficient offense when you look at 13 for 19 from the field and 10 assists on those 13 buckets.
Going back with a big lineup now as Azubuike and Sosa out there together.
And Aruna just picks the pocket on the inbounds pass, but they said no, that doesn't count.
Abram asking for a little space over there. Well, the problem is that Aruna could beat 4 feet off the sideline and still be able to touch it.
When he spreads his arms like that, he is long. De Sousa, good rebound. Good rebound.
Good fight for it.
Push on the baseline. This foul goes against Courtney Brown.
Now, this is a good time to watch Kansas right now. Dotson on the bench, Marcus Garrett, Christian Brown going to probably tag teaming on the point guard duties, with Marcus Garrett really being the point guard in this lineup. Watch how efficient they are on the offensive end.
De Sousa himself calls that going downhill. But then he faded away.
He's going to downhill, and then he decided to go uphill for a second.
Yeah.
Offense, that possession not real smooth. And, of course, that's to be expected. But you got to be able to operate your offense with Dotson sitting on the bench.
So De Sousa back at the line. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Right around 50% on the year.
He's a much better shooter than that.
Replacing Tristan and
Aruna comes out. Ochai Agbaji checks back in.
And interestingly enough, he's had more free throw attempts on the season than David McCormick. And McCormick starting and playing more minutes. Silvio has been a little more active, I guess, getting to the free throw line.
What that was from DeAndre Abram. Well, I got it behind my back, and then I'll just throw it away.
It's amazing sometimes in a building like this, obviously playing here, I don't know how this crowd affects as opposing, but I remember playing in Ames when they had that place rolling. And it's amazing how your body will do different things.
How about what Jayhawks from three-point range tonight, 8 for 13. Garrett with a steal. And a finish. I like that. That's old school. Just lay it up and in. I like that. They got a foul on Garrett.
Marcus Garrett's footwork is just phenomenal. Watch him coming across here. He just shoots the gap, sees the pass coming. Smart player, knows what to do, knows what they're going to run. Remember Mookie Blaylock?
Yes. Oh, yes.
He's a lot like Marcus Garrett in that situation. Everybody, I always told whoever is being guarded by Mookie Blaylock, you've got to come to the ball because he's going to shoot the gap. And you saw it there. The Milwaukee player didn't really come meet it. They just have that.
Blaylock created turnovers just by fear.
Yeah.
The fear factor.
The jab. And they just have that instinct for being able to be in the right spot. And, well, of course, the the wheels to get him there as well.
But the difference between Garrett and Mookie, in my mind, is Mookie was guarding guards.
Yeah.
Garrett can guard four positions.
Right.
Yeah. And that's the big difference. Mookie was a much better offensive player.
You know, it's interesting to me because Kansas, with this two bigs on the floor right now, they're switching 4 spots. So that means David McCormick, and we saw Silvio De Sousa earlier, getting switched up with T-John Lucas, who's Milwaukee's best offensive threat, but they haven't recognized it yet.
From behind on Allen.
And I'm not talking about Pat Baldwin hadn't recognized it. The players on the floor haven't recognized it yet.
Oh, by the way, it's 40-12. Are you kidding me? I was talking with the Milwaukee broadcaster before the game, and he just says, man, what a deal. Yeah. He goes, you come here, it's like going to old Yankee Stadium or Fenway Park or Wrigley or, you know, and then coming here and just seeing the history, man.
You usually see some pretty good basketball.
Yeah, well, actually. We're seeing good basketball from one team tonight.
How about, you know, we talked before the game about Bill Self maybe trying to send a message. It's a 19-3 rebound advantage for Kansas.
Yes, when Bill Self talks, the players listen.
All the Kansas coaches talking about how they weren't happy with the rebounding situation against Colorado Saturday night. Well, I think they've changed that a little bit. Doak saying, we'll drive here, funnel them in. I like the guards not fouling. They're doing their job, making them go up and elevate and let the big man come and clean up. Good help again, baseline. Oh, nice job by Christian Brown, shooting the gap, not allowing the pass out of the corner. Perfect trap by Kansas that time.
All right, now Pat Baldwin thinking, wow,
what do you do?
What do I do?
I mean, really, I've got 27 more minutes of this.
Oh, man. Nobody get hurt, all right?
Bad look there. Fade screen, the play was to have him there, but you got to read it. And that's the part of the game that Ochai has got to work on. Play was for a fade screen to Christian Brown, but the screen didn't occur. Milwaukee was there defensively, and Ochai's got to just be able to read that.
You can't put it on automatic, right? So, well, that's the play. I mean, they're there to defend it. Man, there's a pretty good three by T-John Lucas, his first points of the game.
Yeah, a little overhelp by Christian Brown there, but T-John Lucas finally getting going.
Now Brown, that's off target.
Oh, nice job, Oach, again. See, I'm telling you, Dave, I think Abaji can be that 6 to 8 rebounds a game guy. He's so athletic, and when you're a guard on the perimeter, you have a chance to see where that ball's coming off. See him coming up from the left-hand side of your screen. He started out by the three-point line to get there, and that's just about having a motor, having the desire to go chase it down every time.
That's his fifth rebound.
Well, he had 12 against Colorado.
Yeah, he's got 9 points in the game on those 3 threes he had early in the game. And now here comes Udoka Azubuike at the line. It's been an adventure this year, just 35%. There we go. Good touch.
Never seen people more happy over a made free throw.
Missed jam by Abram. Dotson for another 3. Not this time. Doak keeps it alive. Now back to Doak. Good recognition by Dotson.
It was a great look by Ochai, and then the big fella screening his man off, waiting for the pass.
Look at the two big fellas fighting for the rebound.
They get it. Larry Brown always said the time to be selfish is on a defensive rebound.
By the way, Azubuike has 9 rebounds in the game.
That's incredible.
9. And he hasn't played the whole game. He's played 11 minutes.
Hey, watch the tip back by the big fella is awesome. But watch his position. As soon as he sees it, look at him. He buries his man he doesn't give it up. He kicks it back out. He says, hey, I got a spot for it. Come right back at you. Great job by Azubuike.
Azubuike is 3 for 3 from the field. Baji almost had that seal it. I'll tell you what, Abram doesn't have a great handle. And that'll be a foul on Baji. Yeah, it's all right. You can live with that.
That's the foul you like. Hustle play. Yeah, Abrams has not liked the pressure out that at all.
He does not.
That's what those Kansas guards do. They're just all over. You see, good hustle going for the loose ball. Good call. There's nowhere to go right now in Milwaukee. It's almost like, when you do that drill sometimes where you put 6 or 7 defenders on the floor and you got to go against them. I mean, I think that's the way Milwaukee feels right now.
Yeah. But they got to have more than 5 guys on.
Yeah.
Win against Colorado and the heels of that overtime win against Dayton. Little spin move by Dotson. No. Down court, Thomas.
Yeah, not a smart play there. Isaiah Moss got to get back. You see your point guard go attack the basket. Next guard's got to get back. Nice job by Milwaukee. Getting out in transition. Hey, look, if you can't beat them in the half court, you better find a way to get some transition.
Another rebound. That's 10 now for Doak. They're going to adjust the shot clock. He's showing 26. They want to move it down to 16.
Offensive rebound goes back to 20. And back to 30 that time.
That's right. Habits are hard to break.
Yeah. Especially as you get older.
Yeah. Sosa's back in there now. And the Ford guard line up. And Aruna. Baji, that was a good look, just a little strong. Roy. Little floater, nice shot.
Nice job again, Milwaukee. Look, if they're going to get some buckets, they're going to have to do it in transition. Might as well attack early. Kansas didn't do a very good job of sorting on defense that time.
I was paying attention, Chris, to what you said about where DeSosa gets the ball. You're right. He gets it with 2 feet out of the lane, whereas Doak gets it 2 feet in. That's a good observation. And Aruna.
He's smooth, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He looks like he doesn't have a high motor, but he gets by guys.
Well, he's just so smooth, athletic, yeah. That time he uses just a nice little dribble to get his feet set.
Air ball by Wilborn. He is now 1 for 12 on the year. He's kind of their rising star, Wilburn. And that'll be over the back on Devon Dotson. So 3:14 to go till halftime. Jayhawks are up big. Front row seat. I think some of these folks are going to hang on to those teddy bears. They like them. Darius Roy. He is by far and away their leading scorer with 10 points in the game. And they're talking to Christian Brown and Courtney Brown. Spelled differently.
Yeah. Courtney Brown knocked Christian Brown into Darius Roy.
Yeah.
Darius Roy didn't like it.
Well, talk to your teammate.
I wouldn't like anything if I'm down by 24.
No.
No.
Garrett, nice pass inside to Sosa.
Good look over the top there. Marcus Garrett. Love to see Silvio go up that a little stronger.
Yeah.
Finish that.
Yep. You know, in practice, they work on a drill where they have, I don't know if he got it off in time. He did
Dotson
not.
Didn't know that the shot clock was down.
Yeah. You know, in practice, I was talking about how they'll have managers with pads and they'll beat on the players as they go in to make layups and stuff like that. And it's one of the things with De Sosa. He just, so far, he's just to get back into game action. That aggressiveness when you're right under the hoop, just take it up strong. Like that.
Yeah. That's a nice rebound. Out of space rebound.
And De Sosa with 4 rebounds in the game. Brown from the wing.
That's a good extra pass by Dotson. That ball just didn't come off of Christian's hand very well.
Well, that's travel. They missed it. Coach, I look over at Coach Love, he's kind of smiling. He knows they missed it. Didn't make a big deal out of it. Not in a 22-point game. Seahawks have led by as many as 30. That's an illegal screen by De Sosa.
And that's, you know, that's one of those now that it's been in play for so long that it's an automatic coach frustration. You've got to know you got to get set. Watch the pass, and now he's going to come get him, and he's going to go hit him. Puts you on the bench real quick. Because it's a turnover. You know, you might say, oh, it's just a foul. No, it's a turnover, too. You know, if you don't have the ball in empty possession. This group on the floor right now for Kansas struggle a little bit communication-wise defensively. Let's watch them on that defensive end on the switches.
Dotson with that burst of speed again. No one turns on the afterburners better than him.
And talk about lack of communication. Milwaukee, everybody was pointing at Dotson, saying, hey, pick him up. Nobody did. It's John McCormick backing up on the handoff to allow Dotson through. Moving his feet pretty well.
Air ball thrown up. Shea Mitchell.
Well, you know, we showed you earlier Dotson's strength in the lane. Watch his speed. Nobody's picking him up. Everybody's kind of pointing at him. You can't give him that kind of a look.
Dotson with 15 first-half points. Plus 3 rebounds and 4 assists.
Get in a room, a little ball screen action.
He'll go to the line.
Running the 4 spot for Kansas right now. And again, Dotson hesitation to the basket. Came into the game averaging 19.5. Was number 1 in Big 12.
I'm thinking Jayhawk fans have been spoiled, you know, with Frank Mason being able to drive so well.
Yeah.
Devontae Graham, and now you've got Devon Dotson.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just
wealth
lately?
of talent. Yeah. Just the last 3. Just the last 3.
Keep on going back.
I know, you just keep going. By the way, how good has Devontae been with the Charlotte Hornets?
He's been awesome, hasn't he?
Man, averaging almost 19 points and 8 assists a game.
I love it because he's such a good.
Oh my God! He was here the other night for the Colorado game, and then got on a plane early the next morning. Played that night.
See, there's that miscommunication there.
Yep.
Again, this group on the floor right now has not figured it out defensively yet for Kansas. Suggs off the bench has got to get that worked out. Nice job, McCormick fighting for position.
Back to the basket and is fouled on the play by Will Sessom.
And Sessoms did a great job of making McCormick battle for his position, caught it outside the lane, but bailed him out by reaching. Just the banging inside by both. He's got him. Look, he won the battle. He got him outside the lane, but now right there, boom, reaches down and puts him at the line. which isn't a bad thing right now from McCormick and Azubuike. If you have a team, or just so make them run it at the free throw line if you got enough guys, and Milwaukee does.
Yeah, they got a lot of guys. McCormick 8 for 12 at the line this year until that miss. So of the three bigs, he's got by far the best percentage from the line. Shot clock turned off. You see the time remaining in the first half. Half dominated by KU. And that's pretty much a fitting end to the first half from Milwaukee. Toys for Tots will have several hundred teddy bears to hand out to.
See if Milwaukee does anything to get T-John Lucas going. He only had 3 points that first half, 1 of 5. He was supposed to be their guy. Came in averaging 15 points a game.
Same starting 5 that started the game for KU. Garrett with a flashing McCormick at the bucket, and he is fouled on the play.
Nice little ball screen on the outside to get Marcus Garrett open to the middle of the lane, drawing the defense, and then bringing in McCormick flashing from the wing. Set play by Kansas coming in to start that half.
Now McCormick only had 1 rebound in the first half, along with 5 points.
Well, I'm pretty sure if you would have put your arm anywhere close to Azubuike, he would have just taken it off. So,
yeah.
You know.
See if Lucas can get going here in the second half for Milwaukee. Get that ball inside, and you just see a shadow out there. And that was a good effort by Amir Allen, and he was able to throw it off Garrett. And so the Panthers will get it back.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know that I've seen this many bad misses in a game.
Oh, there's rebound number 11.
Not wanting to allow Dotson to rotate the ball. Good idea against Kansas. They're at their best when they get the ball side to side. Again, forcing him around the baseline, and it pays off. Nice adjustment by Pat Baldwin in Milwaukee.
Pat Baldwin in his 3rd year. 6-year assistant at his alma mater, Northwestern. He is still in their all-time top 20 as far as scoring is concerned. Greg Gurley was telling us he remembered playing against him in high school. That's the way Gurley would tell it. Gurley dominated those head-to-head matchups.
Oh, of course. That's good offense by Milwaukee. Nice job. And Kansas coming out here a little flat. You can see it with the 2 missed free throws. Turnover on the offensive end. Nice job by Milwaukee driving baseline, drawing the defense.
And Roy's got 18 points. Goats got it, quickly doubled. And now to a flashing Abaji, and he is fouled inside by Wilborn.
Nice job by Azubuike and the double team. They're just, that's a wrestling match down there with him. They got both arms on him, shoving him out of the lane. I thought that when the ball was in the air to the post, you had to have your arms off of him. But not when it's Azubuike, because he's so big. They allow any contact on him.
Abaji now with 10 points to go along with his 5 rebounds. Lane violation.
And again, another indicator of... Hey, it's hard. It's amazing, though. Now that I look back, I'm like, what do you mean you've got 20 minutes to play in Allen Fieldhouse? How can you not be focused? But it's human nature. It is. Absolute human nature.
It is. You try, in your mind, like, I gotta go. But it's hard. It's just difficult when the game is so out of hand.
Well, won't be out of hand long when they keep playing like this. This Milwaukee team's athletic now. They got some capable guys.
Garrett fires a three. No. Baji kept that alive.
Baji.
Joe couldn't handle it, though. And again, that's another indicator that they're not 100% locked in right now. McCormick will come out. They'll go back to a 4-guard lineup. Moss comes in. Jayhawks have led by as many as 30 in this game.
Isaiah Moss needs to have a good second half here. Get himself going a little bit. And I'm not really talking about the offensive end either. They had 1-3.
Roy goes around Azubuike and no one rotated over. Timeout, Coach Self. Not happy at all. His team on Dotson. We'll see if the message Coach Self delivered during that timeout is sent to his team that came out very lackadaisical to start this second half, and we're up scored 7-1 in the first 2.5 minutes or so.
Yeah, not ready to play. You see it on missed free throws, missed assignments, and now Milwaukee trying to get a little life going with a little full court pressure.
And the crowd trying to cheer on KU.
Doubling inside, jumping off guard, trying to keep the ball out of the big fella's hands.
Baseline, Garrett got under the basket and had it knocked away. It'll stay with KU with 7 to shoot it.
Nowhere to go there. Nice job by Milwaukee closing that baseline down. See if they're aware of the shot clock.
Dotson, short-armed that one.
Amazing. I mean, you wouldn't even think it's the same team.
No.
As you saw in the first half.
No. They started the first half 11-zip, and it was over.
Motion and focus make all the difference in the world.
That's the truth.
Good switch there up top. Now they got the little guy. Yeah, good job by Baji getting Dotson out of there. Great job by Baji.
Good seal off. The lob inside, and the rest is easy.
Hey, you got to love your big fella sprinting the floor like a guard. Azubuike saw nobody down there and just took off sprinting.
Closing in on yet another double-double. 9 points now with 11 rebounds.
Watch Baji on the backside there. Great communication, talking to his guards. He's kind of playing center fielder for them, letting them know when they got a flare scheme coming up.
Good defense. And another rebound, number 12 for Doak.
Got to give that possession to Doak right there.
Oh. And Doak came in strong. That's what you're taught, right? Double, look opposite. Baji goes in strong, and he's fouled on the play. So let's look inside. Dotson into Doak. And the dunk machine is in operation.
Baji taking the big guy off the glass.
And now Baji at the line. He's 1 for 1 tonight, and that's good because he's only 4 for 7 on the year coming in.
Yeah, I'd like to see him get to the line a little bit more.
You bet.
But, you also, it's not part of his game right now. I think the key to this Kansas starting 5 is doing what they're supposed to do, what they're best at. They've done a pretty good job of finding that role. Marcus Garrett would be a guy coming immediately to mind when you talk about role player.
Look at the pressure they're putting on him. So back end of that, a wide open look for Thomas that he missed. And the rebound to Moss. Dotson probing. Moss. Tough catch on that one. Doak kicks it alive.
He's been great, hasn't he? Yeah, they came off of Moss's hand. Didn't have good rotation on it. But that's got good rotation.
I was watching the game the other night. Fran Fraschilla pointed out that when Agbaji cocks that wrist and lets it go, that's when those threes go. And he said, I've watched every one of his shots. And when he finishes, when he gets that hand going through, that's when he makes. And that was a perfect example of it on that last three.
Fran's a career 32% field goal shooter. What is he supposed to shoot? Have you ever seen him shoot?
No. Dotson doesn't get that to go. Lucas and a foul on Garrett. That'll be his third.
Now, like Milwaukee, taking advantage of the Kansas mistakes here in the second half, attacking in transition. His last time possession down, nobody rotated from the weak side, allowed that great little behind the back pass.
No, the scouting report was stop this guy, and the Jayhawks have done that.
But Darius Roy's been fantastic.
Yes, he has.
20 points on 11 shots.
Yep, whereas Lucas, 1 for 6 from the field, 1 for 4 from three-point range. He has just 5 points in the game, and 2 of those from the free throw line, and he'll come out. And then they go to Tyler Barron.
Hey, Tyler's only played 3 games this year, but he hadn't missed a shot from 3. 4 or 4. You might want to make sure you know where he's at. Like Seco, put a little zip on that ball when he's kicking it out. Nice. I like that little, when he's driving left, he'll come back over the top with a nice, soft right hand. A lot of action outside right now to the Milwaukee guards. Kansas doing a pretty good job of talking.
I was thinking, when he took that shot, no chance, because he fumbled the deal, but then Brown just stood up and hit one, and that freshman from Hunted Grove, Minnesota. Dotson doesn't even use the glass.
It amazes me watching him how many times he gets to the right-hand side of the basket.
Agbaji trying to save it on the baseline. It goes out of bounds. It'll go back to the Panthers. Let's check Dotson out.
And I'm not the smartest guy in the world, so I know that he wants to go to the right side, but he's still able to get to the right side.
Yeah.
That tells you the speed that he's got.
Hard to keep him in front of you.
I think Tyler Barron was looking for help to come over, and nobody did.
Well, if I was guarding him, I'd look for help, too.
Well, yeah.
All the time.
Immediately.
Yeah. By the way, I shouldn't be guarding him.
Therapeutic help as your ankle and back.
Yeah. Well, he had the whirly bird dunk going, except couldn't find the ball. The alley-oop. Oh, wow! That was a beautiful thing to watch. Ochai brings the house down. Let's watch this alley-oop, folks. This is worth at least another look.
Yeah, he's back behind there pointing on the right-hand side. And you know what? Dotson actually doesn't put that ball on the money very well. Watch the catch and to be able to turn in the air and finish. Man. He just floats.
There are not many people that can do what he just did. To turn his body in the air, behind the back, on the alley-oop, make a tough catch on not a perfect pass, as you pointed out. Oh, my.
And that's what he does best, is finish in transition. Don't give him the ball early. Let him get to the basket. I do like, though, after that play, Milwaukee came right down and attacked Kansas. Almost got their own dunk themselves. So they've got a little fight back in them right now. Christian's got to get into that shot quicker.
Yeah.
And on his release, the man was right there.
Well, again, we're going to see this a few times, folks. Oh, that's beautiful. And they counted 1,104 teddy bears collected tonight that will go to Toys for Tots. Thank you, Jayhawk fans, for contributing to some needy kids throughout Kansas. All right, back to the game at hand. Second half, Milwaukee leading 15-14.
Milwaukee shooting 50% here in the second half.
Moss looking to pass it. DeSouza was going in for the rebound. And you can't blame DeSouza there.
No, but you can blame everybody on Kansas not getting back for that. They're lucky they didn't. That Lucas didn't hit that shot. It's out of sync right now.
The left that time. DeSouza trying to pick up the loose change. That didn't happen. And Abaji bats that one out of bounds.
Tell you what, I give a lot of credit to Milwaukee right now. They're just going right at Kansas, toe to toe, actually leading this half. Really getting out in transition.
Three-pointer way off target by Brown. Abaji with another rebound.
And struggled on this end of the floor here in the second half.
Again with the right and a foul. Now Kenitra Pulliams is with us here tonight.
Hey, Dave. Udoka Azubuike getting a breather right now. 13 rebounds matches his career high. And he's also playing maybe for a bigger reason. A young friend named Demi was at practice today. He's a 10-year-old boy who hails from Nigeria, like Doak. And so he had a question for Doak and said, what is it like to be 7 feet tall? And Doak shrugged his shoulders because he didn't know any other way but being tall. But Demi and his family are in Lawrence right now, but they are moving to Arizona next week. His mom just got her master's degree, and she's accepted a teaching position in Tempe, Arizona.
Oh, isn't that cool? It's a good question. What does it feel like to be a 7-footer?
Uncomfortable when you're traveling.
Yeah, that's right.
Of course, everybody that walks by wants to ask you, hey,
what's the air like up there?
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah. Well, it's worse when you're like me and you never played basketball and everybody asks you about your basketball career.
Exactly.
Oh, sorry, I didn't.
You're tall.
Didn't play. Well, you should have played basketball. You have the size for it. And I was like, well, you should have played miniature golf. You have the size for that.
Marcus Garrett hurt himself a little bit there. Jammed his finger, I think. Got posted up. Giving Garrett the shot from outside. Doubling it inside. Leaves up Baji on the weak side.
It was not a flowing type possession, was it? Doak, 14 rebounds. New career high. So what does it feel like to grab 14 rebounds? That's what I want to know. And that'll be an offensive foul on DeSouza. Not happy either. Jawing a little bit with the official.
Yeah, take a look. He's inside. You know, the problem on that call, and I always hated it, is because it's usually the second hit that gets called, not the first hit. But regardless, it's a turnover.
Yeah, but you know what I like? He's a little aggressive. I'm okay with that.
Right on it again. Oh, that's a good pass. Nice play. Good play by Lucas. Here to the top. Is that Wilborn who got the basket? That's a nice job. Good cut. Good finish by the freshman.
DeSosa will go back to the line. Wilborn with the foul. Henderson with the foul.
Kansas back with that two-big lineup. Now, I like the aggressiveness here coming down the middle. Got the ball screen up top and then the roll. But he's got to get himself set to finish stronger.
DeSosa 3.6 rebounds in the game. I think it's going to be a big factor by the end of this year, don't you, DeSosa? I mean,
well, it needs to be a factor.
Right.
I mean, for this team to be where it needs to be. But, you know, also that rotation gets tighter as the season goes on. You get in conference play, if you don't have foul trouble or injuries, they will get down to 7.5, maybe 8 guys.
A little pressure again by Garrett resulted in that turnover. Now Garrett coming the other way. And he had a pass to Doak on the back end of that and decided to take it in himself, and that's the 4th foul on Garrett.
Yeah, not a wise decision there by Marcus Garrett. Good defense here, getting in position for Milwaukee coming in, and you know, we had a great angle at it, and I'm seeing it, and I'm like, I see that he's getting set. And Garrett saw it as well, but sometimes you just say, oh, let me try it. Not the right decision there, especially since he had 3 fouls.
And especially since he had Doak on the backside pointing at the basket.
Yeah. He does like to point at the basket.
Yeah, he does. Probably much every possession. Thomas. Nope. And Aruna can't track it down. And a good hustle play again by Allen to throw it off in Aruna.
A little staggered double on the weak side. Got him wide open for the shot, but the miss. But good hustle here. Keeping it alive. Milwaukee's been battling this second half. Amir Allen with the dive out. Keeping it alive.
I think Pat Baldwin got his team's attention at halftime.
Yeah, he did.
Three-pointer goes for C.J. Wilborn. Well, he came into the game 1 for 11, and now 1 for 2 in this game. From the short corner, I think that's one of David McCormick's favorite spots.
Likes it. You know, and going back to your inability to be able to play basketball. Tennis,
let's get back to that.
Tennis is your sport.
Yeah, right.
But what has always amazes me watching tennis is how quickly the game can change.
Oh, yeah.
And a guy's rolling along or a lady's rolling along, and all of a sudden, you know, boom, the other person's got the momentum, and you're like, how does that happen? And then you watch
this.
Yeah.
It's every sport. I mean, you watch the Chiefs and the Patriots the other day. Chiefs dominated that game, and all of a sudden, here come the Patriots at the end, and, you know, almost made a great comeback. You see it all the time in sport. You know, Oklahoma Baylor, the first game between the Sooners and the Bears in football, and Bears dominated the first half, Sooners the second half. I mean, it just happens. Another rebound for Doak, 15. I'll tell you what, Coach Self, he really lit a fire under Doak.
And the one thing that great coaches will tell you, you can't always control the ebbs and flow of the game, but you can control how hard you play. And Doak right now is playing hard.
Yes, he is. Double-double, 11 points, 15 rebounds, and a long 3 for Darius Roy.
Darius Roy is killing Kansas.
Doak again, position. Felt the pressure, kicked it out, missed 3 for Dotson.
I'm telling you something, Milwaukee, if they had a few more minutes, they'd feel like they had a chance to win this game. They feel like it right now, even down by 21.
Roy, another 3, not this time. And a foul from behind. I think they got a Baji. So, 7:18 to go. Kansas
Does your giant dog have a name?
Yeah, I call him Paluto.
Paluto. Well, Ty, thank you so much for helping out other kids so they can have toys like you.
Thanks, Kenitra. Well, it was a nice thing by a lot of fans throwing out over 1,100 bears out here on the Allen Fieldhouse today to help out some needy kids in the area. I'll tell you what, Milwaukee, their coach Pat Baldwin said, you know what, we got embarrassed in that first half. Let's man up, and they have outscored KU by 6 here in the second half.
And Darius Roy has been fantastic. Nice little backdoor play set up by Kansas, but Milwaukee guarding it. Now, you know, I was thinking about it. Darius Roy probably, I mean, I've watched his body language a little bit. I mean, he's, you know, doing a little talking out there. This game means something. He's from Lawton, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So he's an Oklahoma guy, seen a lot of Kansas, I'm sure, in Big 12 action. 23 points on 14 shots.
Three-pointer. Isaiah Moss.
Nice. I like how he caught that, ready to shoot. See, now, if I'm Dotson right now, he needs to say Roy's not going to score anymore. Lock him down. You got to play games with yourself in situations you're up by 22. It's not about the score.
Backs it out. Now guarded by Azubuike. One thing Milwaukee is doing more this second half than the first is they're playing more downhill.
Yeah, they're attacking.
Yep.
You know, in the first half we showed you a play where Ochai was being driven on, and he did a good job of making his man jump and then letting Abaji block it. That time, Isaiah Moss being driven on, and Doak was there, but Isaiah Moss with the foul puts him at the free throw line. You got to let your big men come do their job.
Shea Mitchell at the line. By the way, Kansas ranked number 2 in the country right now. Well, based on this score, good win for Chris Beard's young Texas Tech Red Raiders as they knock off number 1 Louisville tonight, 70-57 in Louisville.
That's a great win. Texas Tech struggled a little bit. Young team, like you say.
And I'm mistaken. It wasn't in Louisville. It was at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, it was a Jimmy B, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. But still, big win for Texas Tech, and Kansas can take care of business here. And against Kansas City, the Roos on Saturday, then they'll be number 1, most likely in the country.
Garrett must have heard you, because that time he threw it to Doak. So I'll give you an assist on that.
Okay. Mitchell with a little spin move and a floater that goes. Another freshman.
Yeah, nice looking freshman. Playing free right now for Milwaukee. Not sure why Tyler Barrett is denying Marcus Garrett the ball that far away from the basket, but he's doing a good job of it.
Moss will go to the line. And as you would expect, Moss, a good free throw shooter, 8 for 9 this year.
You know, I got to imagine it's a little bit difficult. Isaiah Moss comes in here. What, 3-year starter at Iowa?
Yeah.
You know, and then you
different
come in
system.
Here. Yeah, different system and different expectations and different role, more specifically.
And you know what? I was thinking about this today, too, Chris. Sometimes we forget about, you know, it's a different environment. He's got to go to class in a different place.
Yeah.
And he's got to figure out, all right, where's my history class? And where's, you know, how do I get around campus? And there's a lot that goes into this. And then figuring out what Coach Self wants, when he wants it. I think it's pretty simple with Coach Self. You play hard, you play good defense. You're tough.
Well, the ask is simple, but you ask it 100% of the time.
Yeah.
I don't think Bill's going to be real thrilled with the second half at all.
Nope.
But also realistic to know enough to know. But, you know, that's the thing. Even though the coach knows that that's human nature, they can't let that go.
Right. that time Lucas gets free. And another timeout by Coach Self. He's not happy. No. He is nodding it over to the small cheerleaders. Dave Stewart, Jeff Gelder will be by post-game. We'll talk about kind of the tale of two halves. Jayhawks really played great first 15 minutes of the game and have been a little bit lackadaisical since. And that'll be a foul on Courtney Brown trying to bust up that alley-oop. I think Coach Baldwin has seen enough of Kansas to know coming out of that timeout, they're going to go to this play, so you make sure they don't get that alley-oop.
They're going to get something at the basket.
Baggio has 17 points tonight, going to the line. He is 3 for 3 from the line tonight. Now 4 for 4. That makes him 8 for 11. Much better percentage from the free throw line. And the fact that he has gone to the line now, this will be his 5th free throw. And keep in mind, he had only made 7 free throw attempts in the first 8 games of the season.
Yep. Yeah, I like to see him get to the free throw line. I love to see him rebounding as well.
And he has 7 of those tonight. Coming off a 12 rebound effort against Colorado. And Lucas, just very easy basket.
Just way too easy. Just a simple little big man screen there. Again, I'm amazed. Milwaukee denying, almost face guarding Marcus Garrett over there. Not really wanting Kansas to rotate the ball, which I understand.
Roy got around Dodson.
Boy, nice job by Garrett defensively there, but Milwaukee again just stays with it, and another easy bucket. Wow.
25 now for Roy. That's only 4 shy of a career high, which he set against Western Michigan.
You know, Pat Baldwin's got to be really proud of what his team's done here in the second half. Obviously, the first half was not the way they wanted to play, but they have just stuck with it, mixed it up a little bit. And primarily without the main scorer, T. John Lucas, he's gotten going here a little bit down the stretch at 9 points, but getting a lot of different guys active scoring.
Dotson with 21 points tonight and 8 assists.
9 different guys have scored for Milwaukee.
Yep.
Kansas giving up on average 64 points a game. They've given up 66 here to Milwaukee. So that will not go in the plus book.
Baggio with another rebound, loses the handle out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Panthers. Lucas gets free. Brown's got the rebound. Garrett reverses course. Nice move.
I kind of feel like he can do that anytime he wants to. You know, I mean, he has a unique ability, not necessarily to blow.
I mentioned led by 30 in a blowout fashion in the first half. And just kind of let Milwaukee hang around. They're going to win. They'll go to 8-1 to be their 8th straight win. And they'll play no longer UMKC, but Kansas City on Saturday afternoon at the Sprint Center. We'll have that broadcast for you right here on Big 12 Now and ESPN Plus as well. And our pregame on that will start at 3:30. Our broadcast time, 4 o'clock Saturday afternoon from the Sprint Center. Baggio long 3. Oh, what a cut.
Oh, he's got the roll. That's the second one of his tonight. Hit every part of the rim and gone down.
22 points now for Baggio to go along with 8 rebounds. Second straight, really good game from Ochai Baggio.
And he The disappointing thing, though, is the starters still have to be in the game with a couple minutes left to go. With a 25-point lead at half, you want to put this thing away, and you get your bench in there for some minutes that they need.
Baji to Doak is having a huge night. 15 and 16. 15 points, 16 rebounds.
He's been tremendous. Game changer.
Yeah. Now guarding Roy on the perimeter.
Wow. Yeah, how about that? The big fella, he's rebounded. Had an assist. He might as well guard their leading scorer, too.
He walks down the court, says, I'm spent.
They give him an assist. I never actually looked. Oh, wait a minute. He's got 2
assists. The only thing he didn't do is hit a 3.
Well, that's fine. We don't need to get carried away.
Okay.
Calm down.
All right. So now, chance for the invited walk-ons to come in, including Christian, Elijah Elliott, and Michael Jankovic. For 3. That's pretty good. Coming off the bench.
Yeah, that's great coming off the bench. Been sitting there for an hour.
Yeah.
Just first time I touch it. Bury it with a guy's hand in my face.
Inside move by Josh Thomas.
Well, I'll be interested to see what Milwaukee does the rest of the year. If they play like they did the second half,
yeah,
they should be somebody to reckon with in the horizon for sure.
I agree. And I think if you're Pat Baldwin, that's what you say. Yeah, look, you guys got embarrassed in the first half, but look how you played the second half. And look what you can do when you give the effort. Yeah. So this was it'll turn out to be a blowout loss for the Panthers. And I know a lot of coaches, they don't like the moral victories and all that kind of stuff, but this is going to be one of those that he'll be able to use as a teaching moment for his team as well. Yeah.
Well, look, you come in here and you expect to win. Anytime you step on the floor, you expect to win. But realistically, you realize you're probably not going to beat Kansas at home.
No.
But you don't want to play the way you did the first half, but the way you played in the second half, you got to take that.
By the way, this will be victory number 300 this decade.
How about that?
Yeah. 367 this decade. Plus a couple of Final Fours. Only one of 2 teams to have that kind of percentage. Gonzaga the other. And I would argue that KU plays in a much more difficult league to get those kind of numbers.
Playing in the Big 12, 300.